Hi, if you can have these lights off a little bit. Yeah, the lights off. Please. Hello, everybody. Yeah, this better. You can see me. You can hear me at the back. Yeah. Okay. First of all, big congratulations to all of you. Um, it's not easy to run an educational institution. It's not easy. It's I think just running it is an achievement in itself. Every day you get judged. Every class matters. Every student matters. So many things can go wrong, and trust me, I've been to many of your colleges, right, for talks and all, and I've been quite familiar with the problems in the system you guys face, how difficult it is, the bureaucracy of the government sometimes, the regulations, things which are like kind of make progress difficult for you guys. So I think firstly it's a very big achievement to run an institution only. And of course now there are so many in the country, and within those so many from all over the country you guys were chosen using these criteria, whatever. So I think that's an even bigger achievement. I think recognition, while obviously we do our daily life, we go about doing our work, we're not looking for awards every day. But it's nice to have recognition. It's good to every now and then, allow yourself to get pat on your back. Tell your team that, what we are doing is worth it. What we are doing is making a difference. What we are doing is, establishing a benchmark little bit. Of course, all of us can do better. What am I going to talk to you about? Not too much, just a few minutes. I want to tell you that you guys have a bigger job on hand. Unlike other countries, our country, the education system is truly broken, There are some things which are good about it. There are some institutes which are good, but then they take only a small percentage of our youth force. We keep talking about youth power. Everybody, every politician, every brand manager says youth, youth, youth all the time. But if the youth is not educated properly, what is the use of that youth power? What is the quality of that youth power? And if the top institutes are taking 3%, 4%, 2% of people, then what is the point, right? Who is going to take care of the rest of us? Who is going to take care of the 95%? Last 4 days you are seeing four-page ads in the papers on the people who have made it through IIT. You saw? You've been seeing in the newspaper? Every day, in Delhi, Bombay, everywhere, all the institutes are saying. There are so many ads from Kota, people get in. What about the students who didn't get in? They are not in the paper, results have come, now they have not gotten. What about them? So I think what you are doing by opening up education, by allowing whoever wants to learn, is a very big service and a very big responsibility. Because if this is not there, then there will be big problems in India. Just having youth is not enough. Having a quality youth is what is required. I'll give you some quick thoughts on Indian education. If you can have these lights off so that people can read what's on the screen. It's okay. Yeah. You know, there are three main problems. Three main problems that, why am I telling you this? Because when you go back, I want you to just think about how you can change, how you can help, or maybe some of these things you are doing already, but how you can do more in trying to address the problems in the system, how you can make your institute different, One of the first things is filtering versus learning. I'll explain each of these, and that's all, then I'll just end. But filtering versus learning, that's what our system is. Second is, the focus is on remembering. You have to remember things, not think. And third is the lack of sync with the globalized world. These are three things that can be addressed. It's not that hard to fix. Some problems are very difficult to fix. Like, I don't know, corruption all over the country. Very difficult to fix. Takes a long time. This can be fixed. This is just a change in approach, right? Next. I want to give you an example of bicycle race to explain filtering versus learning. Imagine there are 50 students whom we have to teach how to ride a bicycle, right? There are 50 kids standing in one corner of the ground. They don't know, they have never ridden a bicycle rid on a bicycle all their life, and we give them all a bicycle, and we tell them, चलो यहाँ से आप साइकिल चला के वहाँ जाओ, right? So what will happen? They'll start riding, and then they'll start falling, right? Because they've never, उन्होंने आज तक साइकिल चलाया नहीं है, so they'll start falling. वो गिरने लगेंगे, 2-3 बच्चे पहुंच जाएंगे, right? और बाकी 47 गिर जाएंगे. तो जो 2-3 बच्चे पहुंच जाते हैं, आप उन्हें बोले, ठीक है, you have learned how to ride a bicycle, आप सीख गए हो. एंड जो बाकी 47 है वो बोलेंगे, we don't know, go figure out yourself, हमें नहीं पता, आप खुद ही जाके करो. Now, isn't this what our education system is, right? This is what we do. We take 2-3, tell them you are educated, the rest, we don't know, figure out your life. It's not education. It's not learning. It's just filtering system, you know. And this is what we need to address, that we actually teach people to improve. We actually give people skills that they need, rather than just teach them how to clear an exam, you know. It's very important for the country as a whole. Next. Another example, when I talk of remembering versus thinking. I don't know, all of you went to school, and in school, this was taught to you, कि वास्को डिगामा इंडिया आए थे, right? Anybody remembers कौन से साल में आए थे? हाँ? Any young people here? Remember it? Yeah? He came in 1498. Remember that year? Everybody said 1498 में आए, right? They teach you this in school. Everybody learned it, right? But what do you do with this now? ये आपको सिखा दिया उन्होंने कि 1498 में वो आए थे. कोई फायदा हुआ इस चीज को सिखाने का? Anything? इस साल पानीपत का वॉर हुआ था, 1525 whatever it was. इस साल ये हुआ था, उस साल ये हुआ था. So much time is spent doing this. What do you do about it, right? We just say, okay, याद कर लेते हैं, एग्जाम में 1 नंबर पक्का हो जाएगा. That's all we do, right? We never teach children that Vasco da Gama came, he didn't come alone. He was 3 months on a ship, probably. He was living nicely in Europe, and he said, चलो यार चलते हैं, कुछ और जगह देखकर आते हैं जो जगह है ही नहीं. Look at the kind of leadership skills that man had. That is never discussed in our schools. उस टाइम पे लोग सोचते थे दुनिया गोल नहीं है, फ्लैट है. We never discuss that, you know. We just kind of say 1498, move on. This creates an environment where people remember. People have stopped thinking. Young people have stopped thinking. They don't think. They remember, they put it in the exam, they clear it, and they get admission. This has not helped them in life. Neither them nor the country. Emphasis on thinking has to be brought back. Now it's getting worse. Everybody is spending 4 hours on Facebook. All young people. What is that doing? They're checking pictures of their class 2 friends. Marriage photos of some classmate in class 2 they would have never met again in their life. But now on Facebook they're checking. 200 friends check everybody's pictures. 3 hours a day. Addicted to Facebook. I'm sure you have students like that. You do, right? In this college and all, everywhere. What is that doing? It's like sitting in a park with 200 people and watching everybody's photo album all day. Is that productive time? Is that helping them in their developing years? Again, not thinking, just reacting, remembering, whatever. Not sitting down and thinking. Without thinking, you don't come up with ideas. You don't come up with creative things. You don't come up with innovation. That emphasis has to be brought back into your curriculums, right? Third, how many states are there in India? 28? Everybody knows? We remember it's 28. But how are states made? How should we divide states? How should we decide what population should there be? How many, some states are saying we need 2 states. Some are saying we not. How do you do that? All these things students are not taught. This kind of environment leads to better. And all these things can be encouraged, you know. If the culture of your college, you bring this back, it can be done. Next. Finally, I write there four things which I think the corporate sector is looking for. Whenever I go to see companies, they are looking, they say talent nahi hai, अच्छे बच्चे नहीं हैं. You know, when I go to colleges, they say yaar अच्छी placement नहीं है. So what is going on? The skills are missing. The jobs are there, but the skills they need, sometimes our students are under-equipped. These are the four things the corporate sector needs today. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you this is the situation right now. People need good English. The candidates must speak good English. They need to understand money, basic finance, basic accounting, basic finance. People, if they know, they do well in life. Communication, which is little different from English. You may know English, but you cannot communicate, right? So that's something which really is very valuable. And marketing. The student, does he know how to market himself? Does he know how to market his company? Does he know what marketing is? These four skills often are missing in a lot of curriculums. Some curriculums have it, but it's not like only MBA students need to learn this. Everybody needs to learn this. Anything you do, if you don't know this, your progress will be not as much as it can be. Some ideas I leave with you because I know you guys can do it. You guys have won awards, you guys are doing well. So you guys have the power to do it, right? I can keep writing, it doesn't make a difference. You guys are actually there controlling what is being put in our young generation's minds. Just, congratulations for today. Enjoy your award, enjoy the cocktails, enjoy the dinner. But of course, also use this as motivation to pursue excellence, to say that I'm going to do it better next year. I'm going to do better and better. So what if the system is having problems? I'm here to change it, And that attitude will go a long way. With that, I'll just end and start the award ceremony. But thank you so much for listening to me and congratulations once again.